We continue our team coverage now with Pam Surano. She's live where a vigil will be getting underway at the corner of Forbes and Murray in Squirrel Hill.
Pam, what can you tell us? It does look like the crowd has grown greatly since the last time we checked in with you.
Yeah, absolutely, Susan and Ken. This is about the third time I've checked in with you. There was just about a dozen people here. It is absolutely overwhelming and heartwarming. There are no less than 1,000 people that have now gathered here at the corner of Murray and Forbes Avenue. We're at the base of the Carnegie Library, also across from First Presbyterian Church, where as we speak, there is an interfaith service going on as well. And here, where this community-wide service in love and healing is expected to take place in about 15 minutes from right now, absolutely hundreds of people on hand here. Also, I noticed at the corner, Focus, a nonprofit organization that helps people dealing with trauma, is here as well, because this has been not only a trauma for those directly affected, but a trauma, in fact, by the entire community. And right now we are joined by Emily Pressman. She is one of the organizers of this community service that is taking place tonight. Emily, thanks for being with us.
Of course.
Tell me a little bit, please, and our viewers as well, about what we can expect here. And did you expect this crowd to be this large?
To be honest, looking around, I'm extremely surprised by how many people are here, but at the same time, I'm not, because the community of Squirrel Hill is so close-knit that I think that everyone would want to be together right now.
I mean, just looking around, I see people of all ages, all races, all denominations. I see tiny children here with their parents, and just many people expressing that need to come together. What are you hearing as well?
I mean, just a few hours ago, me and a couple of my friends, we thought that we couldn't sit still. We couldn't just let nothing happen. We felt antsy, and we felt like something had to happen. If we felt like this, then how did the community feel? So seeing everyone here is just really heartwarming, and makes me personally just feel a lot for the community of Squirrel Hill.
And you are a Taylor Alderday student as well?
I am.
And tell me a little bit about what you are expecting to happen here during this service.
So I'm actually really excited for this service because this is kind of just for the community to get together and be together. It's for everyone, but it's really just, I guess, warm our souls. So we want to start with, a few of us have speeches to give, and we just want to open with the crowd and tell them how we're feeling as students. I didn't ever think that this many people would actually listen to students, so it's kind of crazy. But then we're going to a Havdalah service, which is a Jewish tradition, and we're going to give a few prayers and then hopefully sing a few songs and just all be together and comfort each other.
And that Havdalah service involves a braided candle, I understand. I'm not sure about the significance of that, but maybe someone can explain that to us.
So I'm not sure if this is exactly correct, but it has to do with the challah also, which is braided. And it's the end of Shabbat. So it's showing the end of Shabbat, which is going on right now. And that's why we wanted our service to start at around 6:30, because sundown is at 6:24, which is when everyone can be here. We didn't want it to be just limited to a specific group of people. We wanted everyone to be able to come.
And important to note that there's added security here so that everyone felt as though they were terrified earlier today, and justly so. But this was a time where they could walk here safely and just be at peace.
I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of us organizing this, we were a bit worried. So seeing all the police is very nice. I actually went up to a policeman myself and I asked him if there was going to be extra security, and he said that there was, so that kind of made me feel better. But we can't be afraid. We need to make a change, and I guess that starts right here.
You are a remarkable young woman, and so are so many of the other students that are with you, and we're all very proud of you.
Thank you very much. But I think anyone would do this in our situation. I'm glad everyone could come. We just wanted everyone to be together right now.
I know everyone was touched by this in some way today, obviously more so than others, depending on where you were, and certainly those were affected inside the synagogue. But did you know of anyone personally affected?
Yes, I went to Sunday school there. I've been in that synagogue many times, and I've known people in that synagogue.
Is there anyone at this time that you know of that was injured and or killed inside the synagogue as well?
Not at this moment, but my heart goes out to everyone.
Everyone is affected. Thank you so much. I know you need to get back to the most important job that you have here, so thank you, Emily.
Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks everybody. And so we can actually hear people starting to sing songs and candles being lit. It is quite a beautiful and touching scene here at the corner of Forbes and Murray, and we will be bringing this entire service to you live coming up. And so I know that you're calling for some more pictures back here. It is hard to give you a complete vantage point because Jerome, our photographer, is literally sandwiched shoulder to shoulder with local media here as well as national media. But I know he is panning around right now as much as possible, but it is truly incredible. And you can see the lights shining like stars on the hillside in front of me. And as far as you can see, just a sea of people and lights beginning to illuminate the night here. As Emily said, Shabbat is coming to an end and the day is almost done here. And that is why so many people here of the Jewish faith could attend this service as well. But certainly this is a community-wide service for everyone. And that begins in just a few moments now, in about 9 minutes at 6:30. And we will be bringing all of that to you live right here on KDKA-TV. So we're going to go ahead and send it back to you in the studio, but we'll be back here in just a few moments for that entire service.